So I just had a thought. I was reading some stuff, you know, little news update. I was out at the beach earlier, the family. Got to make family time, people. Got to make family time. And got home, just catching up on a little bit of stuff. And, you know, they're saying, you know, someone was interviewing Steve Bannon about the alleged Hunter Biden hard drive. The FBI agent who pulled the warrant or whatever, his duty within the FBI is dealing with child blank blank stuff. If he got the subpoena for the laptop hard drive, what's on this hard drive? You know, Steve Bannon doesn't really tell too much, but he says some bombshells are about to drop over the coming days. Big and bad. However, one of the questions asked, why do you think the FBI had this hard drive since December of last year? How come they've done nothing on this? They could have stopped the sham impeachment in January, but instead they have this evidence and they're not even looking into it. I had a thought about that. I had a real good thought about that. You know what, I've told you how I feel about this whole thing for a few months now? Guys, I think we've already won. They've already lost. It's done. Like, it's already done. Just let the movie play. Like, Joe Biden, I keep telling you, he's going to step down before the election. And every day we inch nearer, I still feel like, is it today? Is it tomorrow? Like, when is it? It's got to be soon. If the FBI moved, now this is under Bill Barr, Trump's guy, and if they had it then, believe me, Trump knew they had it then. And Trump never mentioned anything, right? Why not? Because he's going to pretend he doesn't know anything about it. He doesn't care that they're not acting on it yet. He doesn't care. Why? My humble opinion, it's part of the plan. If they acted on it in December or January or February or March of this year now, January, February, March, or December of last year when they had it, and they actually, we're going after the Bidens. Joe Biden wasn't the nominee yet, right? We didn't know who the Democratic nominee was back in those days. We knew he was running. He said, yeah, I'm going to run this and that. And he wanted to get the pick. Someone else was probably going to get the pick. No, it's going to be... Finally, yep, DNC says it's going to be Biden. That was months into 2020, right? We finally heard it. Okay, he's the pick. Again, if the FBI acted upon the hard drive, Biden's no longer running for president. He's done. They'll put somebody else in place because Biden will not be able to run through his family problems, his son, which again ties right to him. So he's going to be indicted too, I believe. So if Biden's out of the way, his son, whatever, the DNC has time to get somebody else in there and pump and push for that person. And they're going to use their rigged mail-in voting to get that person to go into office. But if Joe Biden, who we have devastating information on, possibly a sealed indictment, and they let him get right up to the election, and then it's go time, put your hands behind your back, sir. You have a right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be held against you in the court of law. What? Oh my God, there goes the Democratic nominee. Any votes casted for him are meaningless now. Days before the election, he has to drop out. DNC scrambles. We don't have anyone to put in there quick enough. All the ballots have his name on there. We got to pull them back, reissue this. Mr. President, we need you to extend the election. The Congress, we've got to extend the election. President Trump says, roll the clip of dumbass Chuck Schumer. President, he said something about, again, months ago, he said something about extending the election. He's a tyrant. He's a dictator. Only a dictator can do that. He has got to be stopped. We cannot allow this. We, Mr. President, cannot extend the elections in this country. He's going to say, Chuck, as I've been telling you guys, Chuck, you're right. Chuck Schumer, you are dead accurate, son. That's why I never rebutted what you said at all. I left it alone. You're right. I don't want to be a dictator. I don't want to do that. I told you. I didn't plan... We won't extend the election. Now you're begging me to extend the election? What, do you want me to be a tyrant or a dictator? What's wrong with you, Chuck? So the mail-in ballots don't even mean anything. Right? They're meaningless. And let's say these bastards rig it again, and Biden would have got the ticket, but he stepped down. Hey, we didn't tell him to step down. He stepped down himself right before the election. That was his business. He got deathly ill, coronavirus, and he stepped down. Could you imagine that? So, you know what would be a funny thing too, by the way? And I heard this from a friend who heard it from a friend who heard it from another. Kamala Harris might step down. If Kamala Harris steps down from being VP, it's over. That's your telltale sign he's stepping down next. It's over. You actually heard that through a friend? Maybe. It was just a thought at this point, okay? We'll just leave it at that. So, just some thinking out loud here. I'm telling you, it's going to be epic. And I think my mom is going to nail this. Possibly with a twist, as somebody told me. She may nail it with a twist. Her thing about him stepping down. There'll be a twist, but she'll nail it with a twist, is what I think. Okay, well, that's fine. We'll see what happens, right? So, on that note, that's it. Just want to talk to you on a Sunday and give you a little realist news action. Tell you what's on my mind. And with the Bidens and everything that's happening right now, there is always something there to remind me